Ferrari and Lamborghini, two Italian titans locked in a decades-long battle for supercar supremacy. This isn't just about speed or luxury. It's a feud born from ego and sparked by a single insult. It began when tractor magnate Ferruccio Lamborghini criticized Enzo Ferrari's cars. Enzo fired back, telling him to stick to farming. That remark lit the fuse on one of the fiercest rivalries in automotive history. Since then, both brands have built machines that are fast, beautiful, and unforgettable, cars that dominate both the street and the track. Behind every model lies a story of pride, ambition, and a constant drive to outdo the other. It all kicked off in the early 1960s when Ferruccio Lamborghini, an accomplished Italian businessman who'd made his fortune building tractors, wanted something more thrilling to drive. After owning multiple Ferraris, he grew increasingly annoyed with their mechanical quirks, particularly the clutch. Ferruccio, never one to bite his tongue, confronted Enzo Ferrari himself, suggesting that the prancing horse's prized machines weren't flawless. Enzo's response? A sharp-tongued dismissal. He allegedly told Lamborghini to stick to making tractors. It was the kind of jab that stung deeply and lit a fire that would burn for generations. Ferruccio wasn't just insulted, he was motivated. Within a few short years, he set out to build a car that would challenge Ferrari's dominance head-on. In 1966, Lamborghini struck back with the Miura, a car so groundbreaking it sent shockwaves through the automotive world. With its low-slung profile, mid-engine layout, and jaw-dropping performance, the Miura didn't just compete with Ferrari, it redefined what a supercar could be. The Miura was a mid-engine, two-seat sports car that shattered expectations and pushed the boundaries of what was possible in both design and performance. It wasn't just transportation, it was a rolling work of art. A statement on wheels that told the world Lamborghini wasn't here to play second fiddle. Up until then, Ferrari had been the undisputed leader in the exotic sports car arena, but the Miura's breathtaking curves, radical mid-engine layout, and blistering power sent shockwaves through the industry. Overnight, Lamborghini wasn't just another Italian automaker, it was a force to be reckoned with, and Ferrari knew it had just met a worthy adversary. While Lamborghini was redefining luxury supercars for the road, Ferrari was building an empire on the track. No brand in Formula One boasts more history, championships, or prestige. From legendary drivers to iconic victories, Ferrari's racing pedigree set the gold standard for performance. Every win wasn't just a trophy, it was another layer of prestige for the prancing horse. Unlike Lamborghini, which focused on road cars, Ferrari's DNA was steeped in motorsport tradition, giving it an edge in engineering and global recognition. For fans, owning a Ferrari meant joining a legacy built on speed, precision, and a relentless pursuit of victory, a heritage that's dominated the world stage for decades. One of the most fascinating dynamics in the Ferrari-Lamborghini rivalry is how Lamborghini chose to position itself, not as another luxury sports car brand, but as the bold, unapologetic rebel. Where Ferrari leaned into tradition, heritage, and its racing pedigree, Lamborghini deliberately broke from the mold. From radical wedge-shaped designs to engineering choices that defied convention, Lamborghini built cars that were loud, in both sound and statement. They weren't just vehicles, they were declarations of independence for drivers who wanted to stand apart from Ferrari's refined, almost aristocratic image. This rebellion didn't just set Lamborghini apart, it poured gasoline on the rivalry, with each brand pushing harder to claim the crown. Even their logos tell the story of their clash in philosophy. Ferrari's prancing horse embodies speed, elegance, and a sense of refined power, a symbol that glides as much as it gallops. Lamborghini's bull, on the other hand, is pure muscle, aggressive, grounded, and unyielding. Both animals are fierce in their own way, but their symbolism couldn't be more different. The horse speaks to grace and precision, the bull to raw force and unstoppable momentum. Over time, these emblems have become more than just badges. They're flags in a never-ending war for automotive supremacy, each representing the soul of its brand. By the late 1980s and early 1990s, the Ferrari-Lamborghini rivalry had reached an all-time high, embodied perfectly by two titans, the Ferrari F40 and the Lamborghini Diablo. The F40 was Ferrari's purest expression of speed, stripped down, uncompromising, and built with a singular focus on performance. No frills, no excess, just raw power and aerodynamic efficiency. The Diablo, in contrast, brought Lamborghini's philosophy to life: aggressive styling, a ferocious V12, and a blend of supercar performance with luxury that felt larger than life. Both were masterpieces, but they represented two very different visions of what a supercar should be. Ferrari's obsession with pure performance versus Lamborghini's flair for combining speed with drama and extravagance. Fast forward to the early 2000s, and the rivalry was still burning hot. Ferrari unleashed the Enzo, named in honor of its legendary founder, a car that was as much a tribute to the brand's Formula One heritage as it was a technological marvel. With a naturally aspirated V12 and design cues taken straight from the racetrack, the Enzo was purpose-built to dominate. Lamborghini's answer? The Murcielago, a thunderous beast armed with a larger V12, even more raw horsepower, and a body design that seemed to shout rather than whisper. Where the Enzo was precise and calculated, the Murcielago was wild and unapologetic. Both cars were masterpieces, but together they reignited the rivalry for a new generation of enthusiasts, proving that neither brand was backing down. In the 2010s, the rivalry entered yet another golden era, with the arrival of the Lamborghini Aventador and Ferrari 488 GTB. The Aventador, with its wedge-shaped fighter jet styling and naturally aspirated V12, was Lamborghini's love letter to extreme performance and visual theatre. It wasn't just a car, it was an event every time it hit the road. The Ferrari 488 GTB, on the other hand, introduced a new era for the prancing horse with its twin-turbo V8, blending breathtaking acceleration with pinpoint handling. Where the Aventador dazzled with sheer drama and raw force, the 488 GTB impressed with surgical precision and track dominance. Together they showed that the rivalry was evolving, but the stakes were just as high as ever. As the automotive world began to embrace electrification, both brands charged into the future with hybrid hypercars that redefined performance. Ferrari stunned the world with the LaFerrari, a 950 horsepower monster that married a screaming V12 with an advanced electric motor. It wasn't just fast, it was ferocious, instantly cementing its place among the most legendary cars ever built. Lamborghini's answer was the Sian FKP37, the brand's first ever hybrid, pairing its signature V12 with a lightweight supercapacitor system instead of a traditional battery. This gave it blistering acceleration, instant torque, and a uniquely Lamborghini character: dramatic, unconventional, and unapologetically loud. The LaFerrari and Sian weren't just cars. They were statements about how each brand intended to approach the future, marking the beginning of a new technological battlefield. In the end, Ferrari versus Lamborghini is more than a rivalry. It's an ongoing saga of ambition and excellence. From the Miura to the Aventador, from the F40 to the LaFerrari, these two giants have constantly raised the bar for what a supercar can be. Their battle has shaped the direction of the entire automotive industry and continues to inspire enthusiasts around the world. So, which brand truly reigns supreme? That's a question only you can answer. But one thing's for sure, no matter who you choose, you're picking a side in one of the greatest rivalries in car history. And if you've enjoyed diving into this high-octane showdown, make sure to like, share and subscribe for more deep dives into the world's most iconic cars.